When does the GEN24 Plus device switches into full backup mode and how can you achieve that? This is what we are going to talk about in our today's video. First of all, for the full backup situation, we always need, of course, a Fronius hybrid inverter, in this case the GEN24 Plus device, together with a switchover box or a switchover solution where you can disconnect the public grid from the full backup power grid. Yeah, and last but not least, of course, we need to have a battery storage to enable the full backup functionality and to have energy ready whenever the public grid is away. Okay, so now how can you change into full backup mode? And therefore, to show you that, we are changing in our web UI, in our web interface of the GEN24 Plus inverter. Therefore, you can see here in the web overview, we are changing here to the settings on the left side. And therefore, to enter the full backup settings, we are going into the point device configuration. Here you can find the option functions and IOs. And when you click in that, you see the first entry here is backup power. You then activate the backup power by switching on the little switch on the top side. And by dropping down the menu, you can now configure the backup power functionality. First of all, we need to switch on the configuration to full backup. After that, you have the possibility to switch a nominal voltage, in our case 230 volts. And after that, you can set a SOC warning level. This warning level will give you a notification just before the full backup power mode will be deactivated due to low energy level. Yeah, and last but not least, you can here put in a reserved capacity of the PV battery storage and therefore make sure that, for example, during a cold winter night, you will have enough energy stored in your battery, in your PV battery, to make sure that you can use the full backup power mode. Yeah, then on the right hand side we can define our I/O pins, and therefore for default values we have the pin 0, so the digital input output 0 for activation of the backup power lock interlock. And then on the other hand side we have the pin number 7. This is the backup interlock feedback contact, default number 7. And then for the open grid relay feedback we have default pin 6, and this is the contact that we need for the full backup power switchover. Yeah, when we have done this configuration, we can click down below on the button Save. And from now on, the GEN24 Plus inverter will switch into full backup power mode whenever the public grid is gone, or for example, when a phase is missing on the feeding point. So to say, for example, at the smart meter at the feeding point, when there is a phase missing, then the GEN24 Plus will automatically switch into backup power mode. Yeah, furthermore, please note for the SIMO devices, only the big SIMO devices are compatible with full backup power. So therefore, the 6, 8 and 10 kilowatt power classes are compatible with full backup. The smaller SIMO power classes are not compatible. With the PRIMO devices, so the single phase devices, we have the possibility that all the devices are available for full backup power mode. Yeah, and the second question now is, when does the GEN24 Plus leaves the full backup power mode and when does it switch back into a grid parallel mode? So this happens when the public grid comes back, of course. So when the grid supplier activates the public grid again, when the grid outage is over, then the GEN24 Plus will switch back into grid parallel mode. And also when the phase comes back, so when the phase is detected again, then the GEN24 Plus will switch back over again. Please note, however, for the switchover times, there can be several seconds that we are going from grid parallel mode into full backup power mode, and also for switching back from full backup mode into grid parallel mode. This will also take some time for the inverter to start up again and to switch back on the grid parallel mode.